Oh, I love coffee. I feel like coffee cream is just gives me that yeah Hey, 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 hey! How's everybody doing today? This is I was gonna say today, but I guess it's technically we could call it tonight. This is your Sunday at 6. I hope everybody has had a good Sunday. For all of the Canadian viewers, happy Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving weekend for the Canadian peeps out there. Um, for the American friends, this is the build up to the turkey that you will get in about a month. That's all the fun that I can pass along. But I'm gonna start things off with a tune. This is one of my favorites from the album. This is a song called "Freak Like Me." Open up your mouth, bite the hand that feeds you. Let me find the words. I'll be the one to teach you. It's too late to turn back now. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. A freak like me. Open up your eyes. I'll be the one who sees you. Find a line to cross. I'll be the one who meets you. It's too late to turn back now. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. Freak like me. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. Freak like me. Freak like me. Shitty. So how's everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday? I feel like it's an afternoon. It's so early that it feels afternoonish. Um, I feel like I see Mike and Brendan on here. Boys, hello.
Hi.
Yo.
I literally. Oh wait, that's why I can't hear you guys.
Needs his headphones. There you go.
There we go.
Adjust
There
that.
we go. Now I can hear people's.
There we go.
Yeah, I just ordered lights off of Amazon that I'm gonna try and look like Brendan.
I might do that too. You can hear mine yelling in the background.
Starting out.
Going, ow! Hear that? Just struggling.
Well, at least
a
then
hard
you'll be
time.
saved.
You will be saved though, and well lit.
No, I saw these really cool ones on Amazon, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I can make myself look a little bit more.
I'm gonna have to get you to
Lit.
send me the link for those. I'm curious.
They're pretty cool looking. They're like
'Cause-
little screw into the, and you can run them from your iPhone.
Oh, it's like the smart LED light.
Yeah.
I'm doing this with my hand right now. Like,
Well,
'cause
I'm-
that's with the phone.
That's
That's
the
what
smart.
happens.
That's
Yeah.
the smart LED light signature.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You control things with that. So. Because we.
Brennan's like, I'm gonna do this to you guys while you fall asleep. on me."
Brennan's like, how am I gonna up my game even further?
It's like,
gonna get a
guys,
green screen.
don't steal
Well, just
my
get
cool
more lights.
lighting.
Oh man, no.
No, you know what I need? You know what I need going on in the background? I need some lasers with a fog machine.
That's what you would
Okay,
go
that
into.
would be-
You would
that would be very
next
cool.
level.
That would be very cool.
Just keep chasing
Not that
Brennan's
expensive.
production.
Okay, I've been watching just a butt ton of horror movies recently, and I have to say, the way that our screen thing has like the girl's hair coming down from where my video part is right here,
I wonder
and
if
then
I can.
that's
I can't move you.
that's her hair, right? Well, no, you don't have to move me.
No, I was trying to see if I could just like move your like.
Oh,
window
move
a
me
little
down
bit.
here so that her head was all.
Okay,
in
let's
view?
try this. Look now. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Well, now
Right.
Brendan's in charge of her
Look
life.
now. Be fast. These are things
Still.
we should do this not on actual like game time.
Oh, I don't know about that. This is all things that we accrue together.
The management would be like, "How did
Okay.
your meeting go?" Oh, good. We just like messed around. We basically did this for 45 minutes.
So
It is.
we just
didn't
bounce
get
back and
anything-
forth.
We didn't really get a lot done per se, but we learned something.
This is one of the most like check that out. That's. I feel like I shouldn't even be drinking
Is there-
coffee from this.
Is there a
it's just
story behind that?
No, there's like 8 of these in the drawer. I don't think
It
there's.
just appeared one day.
But it does have some kind of like a little marking on the inside.
That's super fancy.
Yeah, I wonder what it means. What does it say? Oh wow. Royal Botanic Gardens. KEW. Where's KEW? Nice. Well, thank you, Michelle.
Got to shout out nice cup.
There's no bad ones in here. What was Cindy saying?
She was saying then an Afro wig Dane. I'm not sure. I think I was showing the nice cup one, and it showed something else.
Well, either way, when I was a kid, I would go to the hairdresser, and I remember my mom thinking that like she was so embarrassed because she thought it sounded racist or something, but I wanted like the Kid and Play eraser top.
A flat top?
Yeah, but not just a flat, like I wanted an elevated flat top.
That's a tough sell with
Like I wanted
your
the
type
Kid.
of hair, Dane.
Well, yeah, and so when I went to the
A lot of product.
when I went to the barber, I remember the barber being like telling my mom, "Does he not know?
It's
that,
not
like,
gonna do
He
what you
doesn't have
think."
that kind of hair." And so my mom would be like just do whatever gets close. And so I would have like the craziest quaff. And it had, because I have a cowlick, so it had like it. I swear to everyone, I will find a picture of me with what Kid and Play came out to a Woodstock barber. But yeah, that being said,
Why did you want a flat top? Is it because of like the guy from Dick Tracy, flat top?
okay,
He had like a super flat top. It was flat up there.
Hold on, that was a racer head. That wasn't even a flat top. Like that was
because
serious.
like in flat top's actual head in Dick Tracy, like,
his whole
was like,
head.
It was like the hammerhead shark, but his like eyes were where like they would be on a human head, but it's like the top of the head was like hammerhead shark style.
Who was the guy that
different.
Warren Beatty? Warren Beatty. He did not get enough recognition
For being Dick
that,
Tracy?
for that movie, because there was nothing Dick Tracy after that. Like I had the Dick Tracy Nintendo game, which was
Terrible
impossible,
game.
impossible to play.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. Like even when you thought you were doing good, you'd get to the thing and you'd be like walking off the end of that little pier, and then somebody would come out and just start.
Yeah, everyone just shoot each other, and yeah.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know it, with Dick Tracy game for original Nintendo, it was part driving and part like, I don't want to say side scroller because it was like you could go both ways, but it's like
Kind of.
both the driving and the side scroller part were terrible.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
there
like I just got to get through
anything
this
good.
driving part to get to the good part, or I got to get through the side scroller to get to the driving part, which is good. It's like they're both equally terrible.
For me, that was the Ninja Turtles game. Like the Ninja Turtles game, if you could get to the pizza wagon or whatever it was called,
The turtle,
like
the
that
turtle
was,
van.
yeah, that was worth it. Like
turtle
that
van.
was worth the incredibly
Because you got
difficult-
missiles.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And you can blow
But
up the
no,
barriers.
the Dick Tracy game was almost as bad as the X-Men Nintendo game.
I don't think I played that one.
Oh, it was terrible.
I remember Sega came out with
Yeah, I don't
X-Men
know that
game.
one.
It was awesome.
I remember my family, we went on vacation to Florida. Or not Myrtle Beach. Yeah, that's Florida. And actually the funniest part of that entire trip was Air Bud trying to drown me. Like, you remember the Air Bud movie?
Myrtle Beach is South Carolina.
The dog, right?
Yeah, the one with the dog that played. I think he played basketball first, and then he played football at one point. But the dude that was Air Bud's buddy was from Woodstock, and honestly, a really good football player. If like that's the one thing I can give him.
What,
But well, no,
I was joking.
that was the thing. Is every time he thwarted, he was amazing as a DB. Every time he thwarted a pass to the wide receivers, we all kept screaming like, "Where's the dog?" but no, honestly, he was an incredible football player. But no, I remember we went on a family vacation with their family, and him and my brother were close enough in age that they took great, I guess, fun. They thought it was awesome to just mess around with me. So I went to dive down into the pool, and then they both just kind of held me underwater. So that was my Air Bud experience. I was the Air Bud that had no air. And I didn't score any touchdowns either.
I'm like trying to figure out how we got from reviewing Dick Tracy on NES to you almost being drowned by someone associated with the Air Bud dog.
Well, yeah, and Mel's got it. Mel was right. It's Kevin Zegers. Yeah.
So funny stuff. Basically, a funny story about Kevin Zegers.
Funny story about Kevin Zegers. He tried to drown me when I was a child, but a good guy.
Before
guy.
we're like super far away from it, back on the video game thing for a second. If you want to feel either really good about life or really bad about life, type in like Dick Tracy NES and then either like speed run or like complete playthrough or something. Because some of those games that we had no way, like we were like, how do you even finish this? How do you do any? And then you watch someone finish the game in like 17 minutes.
Okay.
And you're like, I had it for 5 years. I couldn't get past the first level.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm just looking at
Sonic
screenshots of it.
Sonic
It's
the
terrible.
Hedgehog for Game Gear
Oh God, just
was unbeatable.
vomit vision Game Gear.
Okay, Game Gear was kind of awesome.
You couldn't see like as soon as the screen started to move, you couldn't see anything because everything just like blended together, just so blurry.
Did you have a Game Gear?
No, but I had a friend that had Game Gear.
Oh, okay. So you had friend Game Gear status.
Sonic Game Gear speedrun 15 minutes 46 seconds.
Come on.
Exactly.
They beat the game in that much time?
Speedrun. There's so many games like that where because
Okay,
I'm
hold
old
on,
video.
hold
I
on.
used to put games on like playthroughs on while I was working. Did Patterson just age himself?
Mike Patterson just aged himself. Game
Yeah.
Gear? You don't know Game Gear, mister?
A Sega Game Gear, like the Game Boy came out. And they're like cool, and it had like 18 accessories and took like 12 batteries to run it for an hour.
And it
then Game
wasn't-
Gear's like we
and
can
it
do better.
wasn't
We can run ours
color
for like
either.
20 minutes. Game Gear, or
No,
Or-
Game Boy.
Original Game Boy,
wasn't,
no.
Game Boy wasn't color.
no, it was green.
Yeah.
There was
it
a
was
Game
an
Boy Color.
awesome.
Yeah,
But Game Boy
but
Color came
before
out
that,
after, right?
It was a
Fine,
different
but the
thing, yeah.
original
Sonic-
1989 Nintendo Game Boy, Brendan.
Cindy says Sonic the Hedgehog, my favorite game of all time. Altered Beast. I don't know what Altered Beast is.
Rise from Your Grave. You don't
Altered-
remember that?
Was it
No.
a great Sega
But the-
game? Don't remember.
Yeah, that's
it?
a
Really?
great
Turn
Sega
into
game.
animals
Yeah.
and slaughter stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was one of the that was what I was like. Okay, Sega's awesome because of Sonic and Altered Beast. Awesome.
And Golden Axe.
I don't know
And Streets of
any
Rage
these.
2.
I didn't have that one.
Okay, Streets of Rage. I had
2.
that.
Specifically 2.
What was the one with the
Yeah, 2 was better than
motorbikes?
the other one.
Road Rash.
Road Rash. That was
Road
another
Rash
one.
was a good one.
I feel like Road Rash was like one of the first edgy normalish games, like pre Mortal Kombat,
Well, yeah, because you could actually pick up weapons to hit
because you
people
could
with.
whip someone with a chain while riding a motorcycle and they'd fall off
And no
not
blood.
finish the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that I will say that was one of the games that was the worst for me because you'd get so far and then they'd destroy you and you'd have to like get a new bike and
Well, you'd have to.
I'd just give up. That's
You'd
why I
have to
hated
raise
video
money.
games. Yeah, well, yeah, and it's
that-
kind of like the bands that are throwing the GoFundmes out there now.
no,
They're like,
no,
oh, I just need a new bike.
no, but like you think about it, stuff like that, like the things that you didn't learn in school, Road Rash taught you. If you have more money than everyone else, you can afford the best stuff and you don't lose. So it's one of those things where, like, if you can kind of start on second base with that amount of money,
Okay,
you're
but
good.
then I feel like
If
we
you got to
all
work your way
should've-
up. You hit a point where you're like, it's a little bit of a brick wall here financially, so I just don't feel like I can do any better than this.
But then shouldn't we all have learned that from Galaxy 5000 on the Nintendo? Because that was basically Road Rash before Road Rash.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, it was terrible. Worst game as far as graphics, but that was one of the first games that I got on the emulator when we were on the road. Because I knew that there's only like 4 controls. Like it's up, back, sideways. That's it.
Emulators.
Michelle was saying Mario is her jam. I loved Mario. I can't remember which one was my favorite. Like I think the original. I think that was probably my favorite Mario.
I don't know what it's called again. This is exposing layers of my, I don't want to say nerdness with some of this stuff, but there's a video. Oh, we lost Brendan. There's a video on YouTube called Mario Frustration, and there's these like custom made Mario levels, and they're ridiculous. Because there's like
But-
super hardcore Mario levels that have been built more recently, but like someone made like the original super hard Super Mario Brothers level. And the first time I watched it, it's like 45 minutes long. This guy trying to finish this level, and I was losing it. And I used to live with a whole bunch of people, and I was losing it in the kitchen watching it. And one of my housemates came over, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And because I was like crying, I was losing it because it was so funny to me watching this guy freak out playing this game. And like I couldn't like talk, and there's like red eyes and like tears, and my stomach is killing me, and I'm like this is so funny. And she came over and looked at it, and she looked at me, and then she just walked away. She's like, you're dumb. And I'm like, no, this is funny. This is funny to people like me. So.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Mario frustration. That is a good one.
I remember taking the breaks though, because like back then it wasn't easy to just take a break from your video game, because it's not like you had your own TV sitting up in your room that you could just leave it on pause and turn the TV off. You had like we were lucky because we had like a basement TV. So there was the TV upstairs,
Video games.
Yeah, and then there was the basement TV that eventually I think my parents just kind of gave up and were like, yeah, the kids are just going to play video games.
Remember when like you got your Nintendo and then your parents would be like, video games, like too much video games are gonna ruin the TV. Did you ever have that experience?
That was a big thing, but that was the big thing behind pausing it, because because
you would get burn in,
because
on
you'd
some of
get
those
burn in
TVs,
on
yeah.
those TVs. So that was the big thing, that if you paused it, you had to turn the TV off.
That was the thing.
Bees back.
Be saved.
Be saved. But yeah, it's funny because my buddy from elementary school, Dougie. I'm sorry if calling you Dougie in front of everybody is bad, but I knew him as Dougie Stevens. But he says he's a Mario 3 guy. Mario 3, I feel like, was when I kind of lost it, because wasn't Mario 2 when you could get the tail that made you fly?
No, that was Mario 3.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because
So then maybe I didn't.
Mario 2 actually isn't even a real game. It was originally Doki Doki Castle, and they just reskinned it with Super Mario stuff and then sold it to the American market. Because the real Super Mario 2 was way too hard and they only sold in the Japanese market.
I didn't know that.
And then when they brought out
that's
Super
what-
Mario All-Stars and they had
who
the Super
does
Mario
know
Lost
that?
Levels, that's when they actually had Super Mario 2 in the game.
So the actual like the Mario 2 that we got, that's why it's such a weird different
Yes,
game.
because they just reskinned it. Because the original Super Mario 2 that they made was Nintendo said it's too hard for the American market, like North American market, so they just released it in Japan. But then they had another one, which was, I do believe, Doki Doki Castle.
You guys have completely lost me. Are you
Sorry.
serious?
Doki Doki Panic was what it
Doki
was
Doki
called.
Panic.
Yeah,
So there was no real Mario 2?
there was, but they released it in Japan. They didn't release it in the North American market. But when they released Super Mario All Stars, they released it as the Lost Levels.
Did they release that before or after 3?
They released Super Mario 2 before 3, but they only released it in Japan.
In Japan, okay.
Yeah, and they reskinned another game and released it in the North American market as Super Mario 2. That's why everything was all wonky.
Heavens to Betsy.
Yeah, because that's a weird game.
It was different, but it's like
I
it was
don't
just another
remember-
game.
I don't remember 2. Like, I really don't. I
You
remember the
You pull
first
pizza
Mario.
from the ground.
Yeah, and the
What?
princess
Really?
could float, and
It's,
Luigi's legs were all crazy, and he could jump super high. And there was the dinosaur guys. Yeah, they spit eggs at you and they throw the eggs back at them, and you're like, what
You
is
gotta
this?
catch the
Okay, I kind of
This is
remember
weird.
that.
This is really weird stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
They took like a super successful game and like, let's just completely redo it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know how this or why this came up, but I just got sent a picture of myself when okay, so I think that my parents are trying to help me illustrate what it looked like when I was trying to. Okay, but this isn't the same coif. This is close, but
So
this
let's
is
pause 1 second. Speed run Super Mario 3, 4 minutes, 55 seconds. Again, it's just bonkers. and 913 milliseconds. Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's fine.
You're showing.
Well, I was gonna show. I got sent the haircut that I actually got when I wanted the flat top. But this, I will say,
Maybe
this
you
is
should have asked for the guile if we're talking about video games and like flat haircuts.
okay. But I can't dye myself.
of the
Wasn't Guile green?
No, Blanco was
Purple?
green.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
He was
an army
he
guy,
was the
so you
army
just have to
guy.
work out and
He
then
was
have
the
a
guy
very
that
flat top,
Jean-Claude Van Damme played in the Street Fighter movie.
which was
Except they got his
horrible.
hair
Okay.
completely wrong.
Hold your tongue, sir.
No.
Anything Jean-Claude Van Damme is amazing.
They missed the mark on that one. Though.
Except that
Okay.
movie.
They did do a good job casting Kylie Minogue as Cammy though. Did a good job on that one. That was good. Just
I
saying.
don't even
I'm just
remember
saying.
that.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, all that to be said, I'm going to guess that I'm like 6 here. 6. I have a shit-eating grin.
Looks like now with the weather, Dane Hartzell.
And ladies and gentlemen, in today's news, dipshits
You look
have landed
like-
on Mars.
You look like a Peanuts character.
Watch your language.
I'm
Peanuts.
like
Peanuts, I see. Yeah.
No, that would be really Zuckerberg would ban us if people were saying things like that on here. That'd be bad.
But yeah, so
Get
that is
flagged.
that's mini Dane. I feel like I got a lot. I got away with a lot more at that age.
I have to say there wasn't much flat top going on there.
No, and that's the thing. That's why I'm saying I think this was less coiffed than I have had before. Because if you can picture the cowlick on there
Yeah.
raised about 3 inches. I mean,
Okay, real talk.
Yeah.
If you could, at your age right now, if you could go back to your age at that, and give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be? This is like a super tough question because
that is an actual
answers,
like that's
there's
no I
serious
don't
answers.
no I definitely want to give a serious answer. One piece of advice that is really difficult though because like I would want to give myself a piece of advice that would help me in my music career, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of better pieces of advice that I could give that would
be
lead
like-
up to the music career.
Like there's this point in life where your people are like, we gotta get rid of your drummer. And you're like, don't do it. Just stay with him. That's good. Well, like the first 2 times you fire him is okay, but the 3rd time, stay.
Yeah.
Just hold the course.
The 3rd time is the charm. The 3rd time is the charm.
I feel like you guys have correctly answered the question for me. I don't even and to be honest, I don't know that what I could say would be even close to as funny. No, I don't know. If there was one decision that I could make different, like I feel like I would go back and correct, being in stupid relationships or something like that, but at the same time being in some of those relationships kind of made me write a whole bunch of songs. So yeah, I don't know. I'd buy more sunglasses. That's it. Honestly, the amount of
February
times
2020 hits, you better have a lot more toilet paper, you little shit. That's what you tell them.
You might not get this at the time. Just keep buying toilet paper. That's what you
You're
gotta
gonna
do.
want that toilet paper. You're gonna want some pasta and some beans. My stocks in those companies. That's great. But February 2020 hits, you better be stocked.
Have you guys? This is not on topic, but this is definitely a question. Have you guys seen people doing the stock up still? Because I just did at Walmart. No, was it Walmart?
Well, yeah, because things are shutting down again. So.
But this was beyond. This was someone that had like one cart that was completely pasta, like just spirally noodles. That's it.
That's a lot of pasta, Mario.
It's tricky with some people because they're just like, are you stocking up or are you convenience store? Because you see that sometimes.
Okay, but at the same time,
like,
no. This was
That's a lot
definitely
of 2-liter bottles of pop you got there and chips.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. But
what kind of party you're throwing here?
I'm telling you, I would jump on the
Like
Faygo.
10 people are coming over to your place, but
I'd jump on the Faygo train if it was like on a good sale.
that's true. You can stock up on things you need when it's a good price. But
Why would own? Okay, I got to bring this up because I can't even. Why would own more sunglasses
Who?
in that case?
Who?
See, that's why I brought it up here because
Who would
I
own
can't.
more
I can't read.
sunglasses in that case?
Well, no, Jen's really good. She has like one pair that she just wears. Luckily, she orders more, and I steal them. So, me, that would be the answer for that one.
You can answer that one.
I almost want to answer the why. The why would own more sunglasses? Because but yeah. Mike Patterson is saying breathe. I forgot to do that, but I will. Hold on just 1 second.
Breathing's good. That could be the advice you give mini Dane Hartzell. Just breathe.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
And the third time, don't fire your drummer.
Well, I thought you were going to say don't fart in public, but
No.
I don't even mind doing that.
Nope, still do that.
As long as you got to do.
Still a free country for that.
I learned. Jen taught me the one cheek sneak.
One cheek sneak.
Yeah, you just.
See, the thing is, I've had that question. That question was asked in another stream. They're just like, "Has anyone like really let one rip while recording?" I can't remember. If
No,
were you
I
on
did.
That one?
That was me.
No, because like I know.
No, it
hands
was
down-
definitely me.
you asked that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I asked that
no, because
question.
I know somebody who thinks that they can sneak them, but no,
You can't.
no, because there's nothing.
What do you
sneaky.
mean you can't?
Once the area of high density has reached the areas of low density, as far as what has been snuck, then it's not really sneaky at all anymore. Especially when the person's uncontrollably giggling about it. You know who you are.
No, that's a ridiculousness. Yeah, you can't. Brendan's giggling right now.
It's not Brendan. It's not
It wasn't
Brendan.
Brendan.
It's
It
not
wasn't
Brendan.
Brendan.
I don't know if I want to point any fingers, but there's definitely been in the old tour van. There's definitely been some
Okay, with me though,
some
I was always
crimes,
asleep.
aromatic crimes committed.
With me, I was
First
always
degree.
I was always asleep
With intent.
And you have to admit that when I was the guilty party, I would always kind of like half wake up and be like, "Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Please
Yeah.
open windows. Everybody, open windows."
Just see
You
someone.
just hear your roll over.
One
go,
eye open.
No.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Reed's was the best because Reed would stay quiet, but he would be quieter than he ever was normally. So you knew that it was him.
You knew something was up.
The second you smelled anything, you'd be kind of like, and you'd kind of look back, and Reed would just be sitting there like this.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
like a 9-hour drive.
Yeah.
That's one of the upsides. You don't have air conditioning because the windows.
The windows
down.
are always open,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that
No, everyone's
definitely
down, so
that
that's
is a
not too
bon-
bad.
that is a bonus.
But
Yeah.
when it's cold and the windows are up,
Then it's everybody's guess.
yep, everyone is
Just extra
sharing,
heat.
sharing in the joy.
Extra heat. The funniest though, like I remember what was broken on Savantha that like
The air conditioning?
no, well, the
wasn't?
air conditioning, but
The coolant
no,
lines?
There was a
The
bottom.
brakes for a bit?
There.
Yeah, remember when we drove down that mountain and then up that other mountain with no brakes?
I remember you saying like, yeah, the brakes aren't good, and then we like pulled it, like I think I was driving, we like pulled into like a like hotel, and I remember thinking like, wow,
What's wrong with the?
like how did Brendan drive so long on these? Because it's like
Like this really
it's like
isn't
honor
doing
system on
anything.
stopping. It's like we agree we'll eventually stop. Yeah, and you're like we should get
The
those.
honor system on stopping.
It really was
That's-
because I remember like because I've a long time ago another band we had. I remember I drove it for like a bit. I remember thinking like, how are you driving this? Because like there was no brakes. It was the middle of the night in Peterborough, so it didn't matter. Like when you go to like a stop sign, you're like, yeah, we'll just roll through that because the brakes do nothing. Why are we on the highway with this thing?
And we're in Peterborough.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember we were in one of the hotels and Brendan's like, you should probably get the brakes looked at soon. And I pressed the brakes and I'm just like, this is like, it's like pushing on a marshmallow and it's not actually brakes. Like it just was not good.
Mike
gotta get this
Mike
figured out.
Patterson said, "Thank God for Brendan the mechanic."
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
I don't know if that's sarcastic. It should be.
Okay, but that, no, it definitely shouldn't be because I'll tell you every morning, like on tour, everybody has routines. So and that is what kind of keeps you, I don't know, or at least it keeps me feeling somewhat sane. But I always have, a similar routine working out or waking up, not working out. That was not
Say, what
normally
tour
part
is
of
that?
my working out was hitting the breakfast den and doing laps in the pool. But my laps in the pool were just kind of like,
That still counts though.
either way, point being, part of B's routine every morning, and this is like, I swear, without fail, every single morning, I'd be sitting out in the van, like vaping or something, and the hood would pop. And Brendan would start checking the gauges, and he'd check the oil, he'd check the, I don't know what else, whatever the hell else
Just
you check on
responsible
things,
guy stuff.
like adult things. And so B would go through this.
It was
We'd
kind of
get-
out of necessity, so we could move.
But I'm telling you, if you gave anyone else Samantha, there's no effing way that it would last as long as Samantha lasted us. No way.
It was timed because like I think the last tour we had Samantha, Brendan, because I remember driving for a bit and like thinking like this is the best it's run, like the best the van is run, and then when we finished that tour and it just hobbled back to Toronto, and then it was Brendan was just like, it's done.
Hey, I got it back to my cousins as well, and we filled it
Yeah.
up full of scrap and sent it off to China. Probably that's where it went.
Yeah, no, it was
But it got
was
back there,
hardcore.
The check engine light was not only on; it was blinking for 16 hours from Texas
But it just like everything just started feeling
to
crunchy.
Peterborough,
and not
Ontario. That's what, actually if you it's 18 hours.
Oh
good.
man.
Yeah, it was a struggle getting it back, but made it.
At least I didn't have to get it towed from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's just keep going. Just keep going.
Oh man.
So
Well, and there was one time that I think it was when the serpentine belt. I think we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
The serpentine belt broke, and Mike was just like, just keep driving.
What
just
are our
keep
options?
driving.
and Brennan's like, if we stop, we'll probably overheat. I'm like, well, we're going like 60.
No, Mike Patterson, I'm not ASE certified. I'm more like ASS certified.
What's ASE? What is that?
Something that is to do with automobiles and fixing them properly, whereas I'm just an ass.
Or we just look it up on YouTube.
Stop degrading it.
Fix
Because
it.
honestly,
Tape.
if it was the fact that every time anything, it wasn't even that things would go wrong. If anything came even slightly over what it should be, B would pull out. I've never in my life, and I did drive for quite a while before I let my license expire. But I never pulled out the manual and looked at anything, like ever in my entire driving career. Never pulled out the vehicle manual.
It's wacky thinking cars have a manual.
But the amount of times that B would actually get the answer
Consult the manual.
from the manual within like 10 minutes, he'd be kind of looking. He's like, "All right, you know what? The way that this is looking, I think that this is the problem, and we need to do this."
Because it tells you stuff. It tells you a lot of things.
Yes, yeah,
Because in
no
books,
shit.
books tell you things.
Books tell you things, and that particular book happens to list out some problems. Is
It was a
this
book
happening.
All
Well,
about the van.
yeah, it's crazy. It's just has dude. I found this book that's about the van. That's all it's about.
It is actually kind
It
of because it blows my mind because I
Yeah.
would be the guy that would be sitting in the back of the van going, I don't know, guys. I feel like let's just walk.
I would Google it, but the book's right there. You know, just look it up.
Yeah, the book.
One Mike when
Right there.
we blew our
Book.
coolant line and Brendan was
Good.
like looking things up
Saves electricity.
and
That book.
Mike's just walking up and down the highway and
I
and
wasn't
we're-
walking up and down the highway. I was
You-
walking away from the band, trying to get cell reception because we're on the side of a mountain.
Okay,
That-
but at the same time, you were
that was
also
my favorite
looking for
fix.
things. You were
After
looking
I-
for things.
After I got on YouTube, and they're like, just wrap something around it and just put some
Yeah,
zip
that
ties
was my
on
favorite
it,
fix.
and get where you gotta get.
My favorite part about that was the fact that Mike, you were walking up and down like heavily grassed areas.
I didn't walk back. I
Brendan-
just kept going.
Brendan was like underneath the van in a heavily grassed area. Me and Reed were
I hope this is
sitting
going where I think you're gonna go with it.
the ticks.
Yeah.
Me and Reed are sitting in the van, and that is when we realized that, you know, things aren't what they seem, because I went to take a shower when I didn't even step out of the van. I knew that I couldn't help, and I just kept shining lights where I could shine lights. We got back to the hotel. I got in the shower. I removed two, not one, but two ticks from my ass cheeks.
There's a few more questions around that.
Well, why were they there? How were they there? How did they stay there so long?
Why
How
are you
did they
looking
get
at
there
your
to
own
begin with?
butt before taking a shower?
No, I said while I was in the shower.
Oh, okay.
I was rubbing my butt.
Yeah, you guys all managed to get yourself ticks on you. I didn't get anything.
Well, and that's when we realized that even in that part
I
of
was
the
wearing
world,
shorts.
even in that part of the world, the ticks are racist.
Wow. Wow, Dane. Anyways, you got any songs to play, Dane?
I wondered if that was gonna open up the floodgates for some. Yeah, I have some songs to play. Should I play like old timey?
Whatever.
Maybe
play
some,
something
like-
you know. That's always my favorite chirp.
Oh, that's
For
a
people,
terrible.
like,
That's
play
a
something
terrible.
you
That's
know.
a terrible idea.
All right, I'm gonna hang in the chat while you figure this
No,
out.
okay, no. I was gonna. I thought you guys would realize what that was. It was just a very inappropriate song. All right, good idea, Mike. All right,
too.
I'll. Okay, so this is now Sundays at 6 with Dane. I'm gonna talk all quiet. I'm gonna talk quietly. All right. To be serious, I'm gonna play one that I haven't played in a while. No, not that. Bibbity pow.
Why are you applauding yourself, Dane?
Notice that I'm doing it with both hands.
Although
I obviously thought that was really good.
I'm laughing because like I don't want to say that's like a new guy thing, but like when you see some bands where like they kind of like after they're done the song, they look around each other and like, yeah, we did a good job on that. It's like, no, come on, more confidence than that. More confident than that, boys.
Well,
come
and then
on.
you see the person come up to the front and do the like come on, clap more for us. Like give us a whole bunch of
Could be
these.
starting the next song if they got a clap along beginning, but
Maybe.
Do you guys
maybe
remember
they're saying maybe they're like
the,
that sucked. Fuck. They're like, yeah, it did fucking suck. I'm like, damn it. All right, go up to the front and get someone to clap.
maybe.
I think if you're Steel Panther, then you can probably clap for yourselves on stage because they probably high five each other after songs and stuff too.
Okay, but if they can do it, then I want to do it.
Well,
Like,
not Steel Panther.
no, I'm not saying we're Steel Panther, but maybe we're like Aluminum Tiger.
Still not Steel Panther.
Okay, but
Just
I'd rather be Aluminum Tiger.
Aluminium.
Actually, Steel Panther would probably go on.
We'd be lighter, and way more nimble on our feet.
They'd probably come up on stage and be like, you can't clap for yourselves on stage."
Okay, but at the same time, if they came up on stage, then we're still technically winning.
That's true. Mm-hmm. Or losing.
Well, it depends. It depends what they do to us on stage. But at the same
true.
time, wood kitties. I don't know what this has to do with, but I
Because
just
you're
saw
talking about
wood
Steel
kitties come-
Panther and Aluminum Tiger.
Oh,
Yeah, remember
okay.
that?
Well, yeah. Well, I remember it.
Remember that
Obviously.
from like 10 seconds ago?
Wait. So what does wood kitties mean? Yeah,
Material.
I'm
and then,
joking.
Animal.
I'm being silly. Anyways, wait. You don't know what to do with your hands? I just don't know what to do with my hands.
It just looks funny to me. It's a funny looking thing because like arms, they just look weird. Camera. Anyway, sorry not to distract everybody.
I had an actual thing to say. I don't remember if it was anything actually poignant or is this one of those things Dan saying something?
Yeah, I think it's something.
It doesn't work with me though. When it's like Brendan saying something awesome, it makes sense. When it's me, it's like everybody knows that it's probably Dane saying something stupid. Not that stupid is bad. Lyric, like
Stupid is good sometimes. Yeah, when the
Like-
internet, like when the internet votes on things.
yeah, that is fun.
Bodie
Like-
boat face.
I have gotten really into the stonk memes.
Stonk's
That-
pretty funny.
I did not get it at all. And then there was one, and Jen was like, "Oh, this is funny," and she showed it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't get the." She's like,
Stonks.
well, it's stonks. And then
Stupid financial decision. Stop.
yeah, it's like stonks. My favorite
Stonks
is
go up. Stonks go down.
Speggy and Merbles. The food. Yeah.
I haven't
Anyways,
seen that one.
I get. I'll send it. Don't worry. I'll send you some Speggy and Merbles. Malg. Okay, I could get lost in this for
I
a
don't know
while.
what's going on.
Aluminum cheetahs. Yeah, I could see that. They'd be really fast because they're very light.
Shiny.
They would be shiny.
Well, one side,
Maybe they're shiny. Maybe they're
Wait,
shiny.
what's the unshiny side?
because there usually seems to be like a shiny side and like a dull side with aluminum.
Unpolished side?
Well, for foil,
Yeah.
have you seen them do the foil balls?
No. I've not looked
Come
up
on.
foil balls on YouTube.
Well, you probably shouldn't. But
It's like, oh, foil balls all
yeah,
the time.
don't put the ed though. It's not foiled balls.
No, it's just balls
That
of
just
foil.
seems like a bad date, but no, foil balls. They just take tinfoil and like mash it together and just keep mashing it together until it becomes this ball. And then they sand it and buff
Put it in the
it.
microwave. Yeah.
More exciting. Have you seen? There's a guy that puts rubber bands around watermelons
The watermelons.
Until
But
they
how is that?
explode.
How is that more exciting than an aluminum
because
ball?
it's dangerous. Because an exploding watermelon is like that's a thing.
Is that really that dangerous?
It's more dangerous than someone just making a foil ball and then
I don't think so.
making
They're
it shiny.
No, that's
Where's
not
the danger in that?
That's not true. He's using
That's safe.
No, he's using
That's a
like
safe pastime.
he was using a lathe. He was using a buffer. If you got your fingernail caught in a buffer,
Okay, I didn't realize
don't
he was
wanna
using
talk
power
about that.
tools to do that. I was talking about a
yeah.
guy,
No, he
watermelon,
was-
and rubber bands.
He
and
was
he's got
full on-
goggles on, and you can tell he's afraid because he doesn't know what's going to happen.
Well, yeah,
And then
I'm
it
not.
explodes, and he usually falls on the ground.
I
I hope he's okay, and he
apologize.
is.
I was not
It's
trying
just
to
watermelon
take.
juice.
I wasn't taking anything away from that guy.
We're
although,
giving it to him, Dane.
well,
giving him
you know
anything.
what? Gallagher would tell him to go sit on a spoon. I was hoping that would make somebody laugh. I don't want to tell anyone to go sit on a spoon, but at the same time, I take great joy in watching those watermelons explode, but I take more joy in watching someone turn a thing
Brendan-
of saran or what?
Brandon's got some audio going on there.
I was just
I
looking
talked
up
too long.
Beavis and Butthead, just the laughing parts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, honestly, if you had that on like a call up thing, like they used to have, like the Jerky Boys, you could get that thing on your computer where you'd press a different button and
soundboard.
it'd be like
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Laura, it's not a tumor. Things like that. You you need to get that with the.
Of course
that's
they
so
have
good.
it.
That just reminds me of the sound guy in it was Detroit, right? It was at Diesel. I can't remember his name. But he used to play the Jerky Boys stuff all the time. And then we were
That was
in
at Diesel before.
Yeah, it was Diesel.
Yeah.
And then there was the sound guy in wasn't that in Brooklyn?
It
That
was
like
in
played
Brooklyn.
it during.
Yeah,
his-
and yeah, he played it while we were on stage. And it
Which
was
isn't
funny.
cool. It's not cool at all.
When we showed up, I thought that was going to be like the worst, nastiest sound man of the entire tour because when
was
we
pretty
showed
crusty.
up, he was
Pretty crusty.
He was very, very not happy.
just crust.
And at one point, I think we said we were like, "Hey, man, so like you're the sound guy, right?" He's like, "Yep." We were like, "Cool." We were just wondering like when would be a good time to bring our gear in. He was like, "Well, you're playing tonight, right?" And we looked at, yeah. He's like, "Well, then I guess now's as good a time as ever." But
He
then
did not care.
no, he did not care. But then after sound check, he was quite a bit nicer, almost too nice, and then he started playing the Jerky Boys while we were on stage.
He was trying to enjoy his job. So
No, he was.
We just want to watch TV.
Oh my goodness.
And record audio.
I still remember that was one of the TV shows that like my parents were not cool with us watching.
You like gonna do it?
But
Oh, that's too much fun.
But honestly, the second that they saw it and no one was paying attention, they would definitely laugh. It's kind of like Family Guy today. Like I think of the fact that when I was a kid, we were not even allowed. We weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons because my parents looked at it as
You're concerned how you might turn out.
Well, if you think about it, at that day and age,
Simpsons was edgy, when it came out.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't even that for them. It was the fact that because like they'd let us watch scary movies and stuff like that with swearing or whatnot in it. The Simpsons was just the fact that Bart didn't listen to his parents. And so my parents were like, okay, like this is a TV show that shows that it's cool to not listen to your parents. F this.
It's just like we'll just wait. We'll wait for the transition between the disobedient kid into the dumbifying of the father figure, and we'll just wait for that transition, and then we can watch it. That's fine.
And weirdly enough, I thought that I was like the only kid because I was the only kid that I grew up with that wasn't allowed to watch.
I know
The
one
Simpsons.
kid growing up wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons.
I know a lot now. Like it's quite often that I'm talking to people and they're like, "Yeah, we weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons either."
Yeah, it's probably good for you. My brain's ruined because of it. So.
No, I watched it later on, and I think that was the thing is like
Keep
I don't
skateboarding and eating shorts and squishies. I don't know. what's going on
I
anymore.
don't think that my parents thought it wasn't funny. I think that they just looked at it as like, okay, this is like right now, this is not something that our kids need to take into account.
Well, Dane, did you not watch Family Matters? It came on right after. That should have fixed everything. You watch The Simpsons, all the damage gets done, and then Family Matters, all
Just
good.
cleans it all up.
It just cleans it all up. How can you go wrong? Good morals and Urkel.
It's very true. Well, and the intro song summed it up.
The thing is, it's like I don't remember. Like for edgy shows, I don't remember Simpsons. I remember Ren and Stimpy when that showed up, because that was like way off to the side. What was going on?
Yeah, there was
in
some
that show.
messed up stuff going on there.
But it was so much like Ren and Stimpy. I think was so
zany.
much. It was so much more adult humor that like that wasn't a scary show for parents because like the kids didn't get it. Like I didn't get most of the jokes. The only one that I did get was "Don't pee on the electric fence." I thought that
that
was
was
funny.
just funny, but it was
Yeah.
like there was
There
Ren
was
and
a song.
Stimpy. Then there was Rocco's Modern Life, which is also like way out of control, and then the natural progression and went to SpongeBob. And like people didn't realize that not say people, but like most people didn't realize the genius behind SpongeBob SquarePants and how mature that cartoon was, and it was aimed at kids on YTV.
But again, that one it was. I feel like The Simpsons was different because of the fact that the kids understood it. Like
Because the humor worked on both levels.
Yeah, like the humor worked on both levels for that, but the kids got like they got the humor. Like they saw it was a very rebellious TV show. Whereas yeah, and
Absolutely.
I would agree.
It looked fun.
And that was definitely like SpongeBob. I think was part of a different era. That was when they were
Have you lost your mind?
they were actively trying to find something that parents could watch with their kids and get as much enjoyment.
Well, just humor, yeah, the entertainment out of it.
But I don't think Simpsons was made the same way.
This is Stimson J. Cat. And this is Ren Hork of the Ren and Stimpy Show. Please leave your name and your message at the tone.
Brendan fishing for copyright strikes.
Sorry, yeah, so far on this stream, I've cursed. I've
Yeah.
played some copyrighted material. Yeah, we're just going for all of them.
The record for distance from microphone.
Yeah.
That's what they're good.
I like the way we're rolling. Ren and Stimpy is 10 times worse when it comes to crudeness and the V
Versus The Simpsons.
But that's the thing. It wasn't the crudeness that my parents didn't like. It was the irreverence for like a parental figure. Like if you look at Bart Simpson as, or not even that, not even Bart Simpson. Look
Question.
at Homer Simpson.
Question, Dane. Because real talk, you've mentioned when you were growing up, like church and religious stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Them ripping on Flanders, do you think that rubs people the wrong way?
I don't even think my parents knew that they ripped on Flanders.
Even though Flanders was ripped, so.
But we
Could've shut off
didn't.
one day.
Stella.
No, but that's an interesting thing though, because I like if some parents saw that and were just like.
But no, I don't think my parents ever saw that. Their big issue was the irreverence of Bart. Like Bart did not care what his parents did, and it was kind of allowed. Like you'd have Homer choking him, and you had him writing on the board, "I will not do this, I will not do that." But for real, most of the time he got away with what he did, and didn't really have consequences. So to a parent trying to like teach their kid, that was their.
So they rather
I don't know.
Not. You probably have a conversation with them after about this, but they would rather you not watch Bart, disobey the parents and kind of do what he wants, and they're traded the ability for the father to choke the son because it's the same thing that's in the cartoon, and also Lisa being the voice of reason and the smart kid, and not showing like, hey, you can be a smart kid too, like Lisa, or
Yeah,
just
but
passive
Lisa-
like Maggie.
But Lisa was okay. But that was the other thing is,
She shot Mr. Burns.
well, either way, I definitely. What do they call that when you with a character when you
Realize,
relate?
understand.
No,
relate?
I related to Maggie, because realistically, all I want to do is sit, play guitar, and suck on a susu. I might soak the susu in vodka or cannabinoids, but either way, I want to suck on a susu. I want to be left alone like she was.
I can just imagine this Facebook algorithm right now because I'm convinced it just looks for words and just matches.
So
it's trying
thinking
to
susu?
figure what that is right now, and it's like we got to put this into Google.
Wait, you
or
guys didn't call
Bing
it a
or something.
susu?
No, I don't remember. that.
What did you call the soother? What did you guys
Pacifier.
I
call
think
it?
it was called a soother or pacifier.
Come on, B. When you were a baby, you were like, "I want my pacifier."
I think B would be like
that's what I said.
pacifier
Actually,
is requested, and they say
Excuse
please
me,
pass me the
madam."
manual.
I require my pacifier.
Come on, I can
Thank you.
I can see Papa McMillan giving you a cuff
Everyone's
upside
putting
the back of the
everyone's
head for
putting
that one.
Binky into the comments right now.
Binky?
That's an American
Okay.
thing though.
Yeah, I
that's
think
an
that
American
is.
thing.
Yeah. Binky is definitely not a Canadian thing. I think Soother was no. Am I crazy? You guys didn't. It wasn't called a
No,
soother.
I don't remember that. Like I don't go back that far as far.
You
as
have a
memories
phone.
and
Text your mom.
questions.
Be like, Mom, what did I? Okay, never mind.
No, I don't remember. That. I don't remember having.
I stopped myself when I was like, Mike, text your mom and say, Mom, what did I suck on when I was a kid? Because luckily we have very responsible parents. But if I was a parent and my kid texted me, what did I suck on when I was a kid? I would have a real hard time not answering that with a hard one.
I think that would say a lot about the parenting and the parents and how they would respond to a question like that these days.
Oh, Cindy had a good one. A shusha. Oh, that's
Shusha.
Okay, so Portuguese for soother.
Soother.
So I'm not crazy. Okay, I don't hate this one. I don't hate that one at all.
I'm just saying, if you can remember back that far, and that's still what you're going to. is question.
I have to be honest though, like Mike Patterson, you are not a small individual. You are like 6'9".
Melody says soother.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought it was. But
Yeah.
no, I'm going back to Mike Patterson's nipples. I mainly in my mind, I'm thinking like, how tall were you when you were young enough to be soothing? Like, were you always as awesomely tall as you are? I wish I was Mike's height. Not Mike, but
Patterson.
Patterson size. You said LOL. That's not an answer though. When did you?
Well, I think
when did
Kim
you
was
get to
fond
your
of, so
height?
that's why it remembers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. But. Oh wait, Melody says it's called a dummy in England.
I've heard that.
Wow. Wow.
Brendan's just laying back there because I can see Brendan is just.
There's wheels turning.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, should I or shouldn't I chime in with some jokes?
He's
on
like,
this?
no.
He's like, nope. I've already met my quota for tonight.
I've done enough.
Some countries call it Dixie. Sucking on a Dixie.
Dane, just read it before you say it.
It was like 3 or 4 seconds after I said it
Yep,
that I actually
that
heard it.
information just went in.
Yeah, heard that. Wish I didn't hear that, but I heard that.
All right, Dane, you got any songs to play?
Yeah, I guess that might be a
Let's
good
kick off
idea at
another
this point.
tune.
That might be a good idea.
That reminds me of the next song I wanted to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna play another Canadian tune. I guess technically our songs are Canadian tunes as well.
They would be,
They would be.
according to MAPL standards.
Sorry, had to keep this up there.
That's a weird one. I don't even get that one.
I don't get it either, but I like it.
That's a weird.
Mike Patterson, stop talking about Pepsi. Keep talking about nipples. I think that's your wheelhouse.
I'm going back to the chat. I'll see you
I'm
guys.
getting out of here.
I just did the old man laugh. Yeah. So this is an Ian Thornley tune. This isn't actually a Big Wreck song, but one of my favorite tunes that he's written. If you're not up to date on Big Wreck or Ian Thornley, do your homework. Check him out. Definitely one of my favorites. Song's called Just to Know I Can. Bottle till you lose that fight. Start a war with your woman for one more night. You and me, baby, look how far we've come, but I still feel like I gotta get me some. So just say where, if you're in. 'Cause it's alright to be wrong now and then, and it's enough just to know I can. Too long in a place I despise, with the grin and lows and no goodbyes. Still a weird hole, your stake in pride, take compromise for one hell of a ride. And just say when, if you're in. And it's alright to be wrong now and then. It's enough just to know I can. It's enough just to know I can. said you battle with the bottle till you lose that fight. Take a war with the woman for one more night. Just say when, just say when, if you're in. It's so right to be wrong now and then. It's enough just to know I can. It's enough just to know I can. Oh, it's enough just to know I can. Habadoo. I'm gonna clap for myself anyway.
Well, Brandon's he's going stronger with the fingers.
I want to do spirit fingers. I watched Bring It On the other day, so I have to Sparky Pilastri. Wow, that was a terrible, terrible reference. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is your Sundays at 6. It's not really just with Dane anymore. It's Sundays at 6 with the Tense Machine.
Well, it's Sundays it's featuring Dane with special guests.
That was one of the funniest things that I've ever experienced.
And
I was
drummer.
I was playing in a cover band and like I was singing all night long, but we would call people up to kind of jam with us. And so the music director, a good friend of mine, was like, after one of the songs that we did that I was singing on, he was like, "Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and give it up for the blah 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 featuring Dane Hartzell." And I'm like, "Man, I've been playing all night, like." Featuring, I feel like I've been if I'm being featured, I've been featured all night. This is
more like starring.
But yeah,
The Dane Hartzell experience and the like that.
No, because actually there was more guitar solos in these sets than there is anything. I definitely enjoyed listening to the wanking. Anyways, thank you guys all. I feel like this is our time to cut her off.
Probably good.
You know, everybody needs to go to bed. Maybe get some for the Canadians out there. Go get some more turkey. I'm gonna get some more turkey. I ate way too much turkey last night, but I'm still gonna do it. And I think that there's eggplant lasagna that is somewhat waiting for me. So
Interested.
Sounds good.
Interested.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys all for.
That would be a quiche, I think.
I will say, like, they were really big, so I took pictures of them. I sent them being like, "This is what I'm cutting up," and everybody uses the eggplant emoji to signify peen. So I didn't get a funny response. I got a scared response. But either way, I cut that eggplant very well.
So speaking of wrapping it up, Dane. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and I started the wrap up. You could have gone with me on it.
I was. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, were you?
That's why I make a quiche joke. The egg thing. It was right there.
Quiche you later. Wow, that was terrible. All right. So anyways, thank you guys all for tuning in. This is your Sundays at 6. Definitely don't forget to catch us on Wednesday for your Wednesday night groove. But go find us on Spotify, YouTube, all your social media platforms. Keep in touch with us. Send us messages. Tell us funny stuff that goes on during your day, because realistically, we only have so much funny stuff that goes on during our day, and we like to laugh. So, shall I say shibby to the shibby sham, boys?
Just like we always do.
Exactly. Have a good night, everybody.
I got it.
Oh, he's close.
No,
he's
no,
so close.
No. Oh, no.
That was good.
Oh,
You know what?